Fucking hell. Right.
Hey guys, welcome to a Cooper Dashcam video. I'm just going to be ranting, raving about all the stupid things I've seen over the last couple of weeks on the roads in the UK. As we can see here, we've got some idiot who's gotten in the left lane, wanting to go right at the roundabout. You know, fair enough, it happens, you make the mistake. He was decent enough to wait for it, he won't be an ass about it. Let him through, because there's no point holding him up. But then we come off the road here and it's a 30 mile an hour going into a 60 mile an hour natural speed limit, and he's just doing 15 miles an hour, just crawling up the roads. That's like, come on, we can move a little bit. We can, you know, I'm not going to honk him, I'm not going to flash my lights, I'm not going to tailgate him, but we really could be moving a little bit quicker here, boy. Come on. And you'd think, you know, okay, well, at least, you know, maybe he's just trying to process what's going on. He needs a little bit extra time. Fair enough. But then he makes the same mistake again. We get to this roundabout, and even though he's in the left lane, but he's got his right indicator on. And lo and behold, he's going right round the roundabout. He, you know, cuts across my lane there. Obviously, I went in there, thankfully. But so, or you knew you were going that way. Why did you go in the left lane? But yeah, and then we're now on this road, which, other than the junction just straight ahead, there's literally nothing on this road. This road is pretty much just the feeder road into the slip road onto the motorway. It's 60 miles an hour, and this guy isn't getting a wriggle on. He's just cruising at 30. You know, just fine and dandy doing 30 miles an hour down here. So I know the slip road's long enough, you can build up the speed on it. But you don't need to. Like, you might as well build up the speed now, so you're at the pace you need to be when you're on the actual slip road, or on the dual carriageway. And also, I don't know if you saw there, but as we were coming onto this, he was indicating left. I was like, well, I'd be concerned if you were indicating right, because that's the off ramp for the dual carriageway. So in this next clip, I'm following this van, you know, keeping a more than safe distance behind it. Don't know why I'm following this far back, to be honest, but I'm kind of glad I did, because as you can see now, he's started to brake. Still braking. Okay, maybe there's something in front of him. Maybe, you know, there's something in the road I can't see because there's a van in the way. Still braking. All right, now we're stopped. Oh, now we'll indicate. Now we'll let people know that I'm turning right. And then I'm going to creep forward here. And, oh, wait, no, I changed my mind. I want to stay here. I'm going to sit here and wait. And just, all he needed was just to indicate a little sooner. I know it's petty, but would have been nice to know. So, in this next clip, it's a bit of a weird one. We've got this lorry here, turning right, and it's a tight turn, and he comes very close here to clip me. He slows down, he stops, and you know, I reverse up a bit to help him out. But behind me, the guy behind me, I don't know why, he sat pretty far back here, and they decide that, oh, what's the best option in this situation? The car in front of me needs to reverse. I know, I'm going to creep forward. You know, I'm going to edge forward a little bit. And then when the lorry gets closer to them, I don't know if they thought the lorry was going to hit them, but they then pull even more forward. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? I can't reverse properly back now. I can't give this guy that much clearance. Thankfully, there was enough clearance, but I don't know why this guy had to block me. And now we've got the second lorry. And it baffles me what he thought I was going to be able to do in this situation. I've zoomed in here, and you'll notice he's hand gesturing me. He's prompting me to come across. There's no space. You see that car that's just pulled out? There's no space. If I pull out there, then I'm blocking the dude. Why does he think I can go in? I can't go in that space until the traffic moves, like now, which obviously I do. But yeah, I just didn't get what he thought I was going to be able to do in that situation. So moving on to the next clip, We got this van at this junction at these red lights, and I see this all the bloody time now, and I don't get why people do it. But as you can see, he's not on his brake, but also he's not on his handbrake. He's sat there creeping forward. You'll see him like move forward slightly and then slowly roll back, and then move forward slightly and then slowly roll back. And he just kept doing this until the light changed. I was like, why? What? So you can get a half a second head start when the lights go fucking amber? This is not achieving anything. You're just fucking wasting fuel. Like, why? You've not achieved anything. He's not even gotten off that quick. I'm right behind him as he pulls off. So this one's a bit of a weird one. My missus recorded this from the passenger seat because I hadn't put my SD card back in my camera. But this is right before the election, and this dude was just stood here on the side of the road for a good while, because this is when we passed coming back, and he was just holding this sign, shoving it into people's faces, going on about Tory blood money and all that, and Labour blood money. It's just like, what? Okay, I'm sure you're going to convince a load of people doing that, mate. I don't even know what his call to action is, like what he's expecting people to do with this information he's just shoving in their face. But yeah, just thought it was a bit of a weird one, this one. Now with this clip, I don't really know why this guy did what he did, to be honest. So there's obviously cars coming from the left, cars coming from the right. If there's oncoming traffic, you obviously can't turn right from your junction because you're going to crash into someone. Now, and this black car here comes up. He's already a bit over. You can't really see it on the camera, but he's making the cars have to swerve around him, and he kind of just bullies himself in here. He just kind of forces his way through, which leaves the silver car on the left kind of, shit out of luck. He don't know what to do in that situation. He's kind of been left in the middle of the junction right as the lights changed. Poor sod. Now, in this clip, it's zoomed in because this car really far in the back there, now pulling out from the left, and why they pulled out. Like, why? There's a fuck ton of cars coming from the direction, and they just maroon themselves in the middle of the road, in the junction where you're meant to be able to turn into that side road, not come out of it. He just kind of bullied his way out. Pretty entitled, to be honest. Bit of a dick move. So, in this clip, we've been behind this black car for quite a while. He's been driving pretty slow, and the car in front of me has been up his arse a bit. He's been tailgating him a little bit. And we get to this roundabout, and he's really hesitant. He even unintentionally kind of brake checks this guy a little bit here. And that clearly is just throwing him up the fucking new one. He's fucking pissed off now because he started bombing it in the wrong lane, desperately trying to get past him. He can't because the car in his lane is going slower as well. And you can tell he just really wants to get in front of this black car, but he can't. And here we get off the roundabout and the lanes merge, but he's still trying to force his way through, even though there's oncoming cars. He really wants to get past this guy. And it's not the most heinous bit of road rage I've seen, but it is pretty reckless, pretty stupid. Especially considering there's literally a junction up here where it goes into two lanes. He's going to be able to overtake him just fine here. He doesn't need to be tailgating and trying to force his way through like he is. Right, so this footage is the reason I kind of actually wanted to make this video. There is, as you can see, he's already driving like a fucking knob. This Mercedes behind me, and he gets real pissed off when I block him from going in the right hand lane when he was trying to overtake in the oncoming traffic and all that. And you can already see what is he doing? Why is he so far back? What is he doing? He's a bit of a moron, clearly. But as you'll see in a second, once we get to the junction after this one, he goes into the oncoming lane and tries to overtake me right as the lanes merge, expand from a single lane to a two lane. And there was exchange of horns, we'll go with that. And he was not happy. He very much was not happy. But yeah, as you can see here, he's fucking gone round there when I'm clearly going in the lane anyway, and now he's indicating at me, he's flashed at me, he's gesturing me, he's probably shouting, can't hear him, but he's trying to overtake me still, he's trying to find a way around, keeps flashing his lights, keeps indicating. He's fucking fuming at me, quite frankly. He's punching his hand, look at him, he's making himself look an absolute muppet here. But yeah, and he's still trying to overtake me, don't know why. I shouldn't have gone in the right hand lane. I should have stayed in the left there, but I am overtaking a van on my left, as you can see here. I didn't do this to be malicious. I just didn't think that, oh yeah, I should just let this guy go in front of me. And he does eventually, just up the road. He does get in front of me. Half expect him to brake check me or try something stupid. Thankfully, there was a turn off immediately after he got in front of me, so I just took that turn off. I was not fucking around with this lunatic. He was screaming at me, he was shouting at me. You heard in the intro what he was saying. So yeah, I was glad he kind of got himself stuck, a bus stuck between me and him, because it kind of meant I could just get the fuck out of there. I will show the front footage as well, so you can see what I'm seeing and see that I'm not being a knob. I'm not trying to provoke this guy at all. But yeah, thankfully, as you can see, there's a little slip road here, and it leads off down a side road, and it kind of helped, thankfully, de-escalate the situation. But I haven't been driving for very long, like not even 6 months when this was recorded, and yeah, this was not fun at all. So while I'm showing you this front footage, I would also like to talk a bit more about the situation. So I did report this to the police. And the police haven't taken action on this, but there's a situation I find quite funny that actually happened after I reviewed the footage of this clip, because it turned out this wasn't actually the first time I saw this guy. He had pulled up behind me further back, and in trying to weave in and out of traffic, ended up getting further back behind me than in front of me, ironically. But when I reported this to the police, they basically put a disclosure on there saying that you can't share this online until they're done looking into everything and all that. And from what they've made me aware of, they are done with this stuff now. They're not going to do anything with this footage. They're not going to prosecute him for the road rage he did here. But they will prosecute him for the little bit of what is it? A little bit of mobile phone usage that I managed to catch him doing, which was quite funny, to be honest, because even though, okay, the police aren't doing anything about this, even though they definitely fucking should, in my opinion, but I understand that, they're swamped with thousands of other things right now, plus there's too many people in the bloody prisons, blah, 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 there's all the other issues right now. Fair enough. Do whatever. But the fact that they have nicked him for the mobile phone usage, I commend them for, because at least they've done something to him. All right, they haven't hit him with the whole book, but he's been slapped with a hefty fine, and I believe it's 6 points for your license now for mobile phone usage. So I can at least feel like I've come out on top in this situation. It wasn't fun. I don't want to ever do it again. I hope I don't come across any other road rages. I know I will, but hopefully not for a while. I haven't since I've come across this guy, so yeah, I'll show the footage after this, but you can see here, this entire drive, I have not done anything malicious or wrong. I did half expect him to try and brake check me here, but thankfully, he did slam on his brakes here to try and shout at me, but like I said, I just kind of went down this side road here, and the bus kind of cut us off, so it worked out in the end, thankfully. But yeah, so here's the footage of me actually catching him on the phone. I have the full length here just because this is what I submitted to the police. They have a whole thing, so they know nothing happened before this or whatever. But as you can see, he's already trying to jump ahead of everyone. Then he sees this Porsche and slows up half a mile behind me, leering over, looking at the Porsche. And I don't think it could be any more blatant than this. Pulls it out, Sits there, literally hangs it out the fucking window, taking pictures of that Porsche, and then sits there looking down at his lap, clearly texting whichever the lads, oh, look at this, I saw a really cool Porsche today. Well, that Porsche's just cost you a fucking 6 points on your license and a fine. So, hope that photo was worth it. Fucking dickhead. And he does try and bob and weave in the traffic back here and end up falling further behind me. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Obviously, it's very rough. This is my first attempt at doing something like this, but any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Obviously positive, nice to toot my own horn, but obviously negative as well, because I would like to improve this stuff and do more of this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.